What's up, everybody? This is something new I'm trying to do. My name is Jeff with Whittington Ministries, and one thing I always like to do is I've always liked to cook. I've always liked to smoke food. I've always liked to grill. And I was laying in bed the other night, and I was sitting there watching videos of people cooking, getting recipes, and the Lord would not let me go to sleep. And He laid this on my heart to kind of do this. And what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be showing the different styles and the ways that I cook, things that I cook. I'm going to be using different recipes. Some I concoct, some I find of other people, but I'm going to try to use this as a ministry tool. And the way I'm going to do that is, as you can see here, I've got 6 beautiful chickens laid out. And what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be smoking 6 chickens in different sauces, different flavors, and different rubs. And at the end of this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these chickens and I'm going to give them to a family. Now, this family doesn't have to be somebody in need or somebody that's got everything. This is literally something that the Lord has laid on my heart to give to this family or this person. And you will not know who the people are or anything like that. You would just know that, hey, this is going out. So if you want to be a part of this journey, please follow, please like, please share, subscribe, do everything, do all the good stuff on social media. And we're going to get this kind of ministry started on our new adventure. So what we're going to do now, we're going to take these chickens, we're going to what we call spatchcock them. What that is, it's actually we're going to be taking this backbone right here out. What you do is you find your backbone, it's kind of right there. You actually take and me personally, I'm going to cut that backbone out. It's going to be splitting that chicken in half. Just cutting the backbone out of it. What we're going to do is we're going to go down the line here. We're going to cut all these backbones out, and I'll get back to y'all. Alright, we've got all the backs cut out of all of them right now. What we're going to do, the second part of spatchcocking, is actually taking and flipping them over, spreading them out a little bit. And what we're actually going to do now is we try to clean the bird up a little bit, just make sure it's nice and presentable. Yeah, I'm not trying to win no competition here, but I do like to have my stuff pretty and presentable, just in case. You don't never know one day who's watching, who's learning from you or whatnot. Just like the Bible, it says that, we always need to be a bearer of Christ and a light for Christ, because you don't ever know who's watching, who's learning from us at any given point in time. So I try to do that, take that into my food as well. We've got them all turned over now. So what I'm going to do now is, now I'm actually using both hands. I know people's probably freaking out because I'm using one hand. I don't have any gloves on or anything, but I'm in my own kitchen. I'm very sanitized whenever it comes to chicken. I am scared to death to cook chicken for people a lot of times for the fact of getting somebody sick. So I'm very, very careful and cautious of what I do. As you can see, I've got my seasons and all laid out. I've got my tinfoil laid out so I don't contaminate my counter. I've got my foil already laid out in my sinks right here. For that reason is I just try to always be clean no matter what whenever I'm cooking chicken, just because it's not fun being sick whenever you got salmonella. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take both hands and I'm actually going to break this breastbone, and it'll actually take that chicken and it flattens that chicken out a little bit, so you can get a wider cook on your smoker or grill, whichever one method you prefer to use. all you kind of do is you just take your palm, find that breastplate, you push down on it. Now I'm gonna come over here and want to wash my hands, back side of my hand, and wash. That way I'm not worried about being sterile or anything like that. I've got everything clean and sanitized. Sink full here of old dirty bags of chicken and all that. I clean and throw everything away at one time. All right, now here's the most favorite part to me is whenever it comes to seasoning a little bit. Everybody always brags on my food, I feel like, so you always get invited to cook more at family events and all that and such. But it's not really me. All it is the seasonings. So whenever I go to season, I'm very generous whenever I go to season. And my main binder that I like to use is mustard. And all a binder does, it helps adhere the seasoning onto the meat. So I'll just come through and I'll take, yet again, one clean hand, one dirty hand. Just take and I'll drizzle my mustard all the way over that chicken, all on the front. I actually take and I just rub it around. No good technique to it. Kind of get it lathered up in mustard real good. You're not going to taste this mustard. All it is it's literally a binder. It helps bind the food, the seasoning to the meat itself. Front and back, do it all real good. Yeah, that's kind of ugly, but this part of it. I'm going to get these all binded up and I'll come back to y'all. All right, we got everything binded up right here. The binding part is really important because it goes along with the word. The word says whatever we bind on earth will be binded in heaven. Whatever we loose on earth will be loose in heaven. So we get down here and we binding this chicken. We got it spatchcocked real good. Now what we're going to do, we start using these seasonings on here. What you see is I got seasonal, black pepper. I got your holy voodoo, which is from the meat church. A lot of times, whenever I went to go buy seasonings before, I kind of stayed away from this because I didn't really recognize that it was from the meat church. And I looked at them a lot. I like all their other seasonings, but I stayed away from this one just because one of them things, skulls and holy voodoo and all that. I kind of stayed away from it just for evil spirits and all that, I kind of fed into it a little bit more whenever I realized it was a meat church barbecue. I was like, you got to go with it. So we got that. It's good. It's a really good seasoning. It's kind of spicy, so I like it a lot more. Another spicy one we're going to try here is our jerk seasoning. It's more of a Jamaican style. It's hot too, but it's got a very significant flavor. It's got a lot of citrus to it, a lot of pepper. And one I just recently tried, it's the Dano's, the original, the Yum Yum. Come get you some. This will be my third time cooking with it. So we still trying it out. It's got a good flavor to it. We haven't tried it on chicken yet, but we're going to try it out here. And I got my paprika. The only reason I use paprika right now on my chicken is because I want to give that chicken a little bit of color. So I'll use it last. And I'm not going to use these seasonings on every single bird. I've got 6 birds here. So what I'm going to do is 2 seasonings per bird. And we will walk you through that now. But I will season everything with seasoned salt. Now, just for brown, we're going to use seasoning on everything that we use because we like salt. We are the salt of the earth. We've got to continue to go through. So we're going to season up every single thing. Again, one clean hand, one dirty hand. Very, very generous with that salt, with that seasoning. Because the more seasoning, the more seasoning stuff you use, the better your meat's going to be, the better the chicken's going to be. So we're just going to run through. We're going to season it all up real good. One thing you can't do, you can't be like Lot's wife. You can't turn around and look back. So we're just going to season it all on there, get it on there real good. We ain't going to turn it into no pillar of salt. So we just got it going on. I think that's pretty good with our salt. Stick it back. Now I'm a hot flavored person and I love black pepper. I love what it does. I like it more than I do salt. So you're going to see this pepper go on extra thick. Use it all to your liking, however you feel, but this is what I like. And while we kind of do it, just kind of want to rub it in a little bit. That way it kind of sticks and binds in a little bit better. Because we ain't doing nothing but layering up our seasonings. Might need to start on this end. And you want to season you want to put seasoning on everything. Get it all real good. Smear it around a little bit. Still, one clean hand, one dirty hand. It's very yucky. It's very nasty. That's why we only use one hand. All right, now we're going to go in here with the good stuff. It's the Voodoo for the Meat Church Barbecue. I think they're based out of here in Georgia as well, so it'd be cool to kind of meet up with them at somewhere down the road. But we're going to lay it to it. All right, we'll go in with our jerk. Go heavy. I always go heavy with everything. Can you go too heavy? Yes, you can. But I like to go heavy with my seasons. You got to kind of try out your seasons. That way you don't go too heavy with some of it sometimes, because I have done that and it's been tough to eat. Going here with the Danos. And as y'all can see, I spread my seasonings everywhere. The wife just absolutely loves it whenever I cook. That's why I got a good spread right here going on, all the way from the front of the counter to the back. That way she can't say nothing to me. All right, now we're going to go on with that paprika. That way we give it a little bit of color. See, you already got red here because your Holy Voodoo. We're going to sprinkle on some more red just for a little bit more color. All right, we're going to rub it all in now. I ain't going to make y'all stay around for the next side. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these and I'm going to flip them over and try to remember what order I got them in. And we're going to go from there. All right, we got it all seasoned. We're going to rub it up a little bit. We're going to bind it down. Got it good. While I was sitting there on break, me and my wife, we were sitting there talking, and a while ago I said, don't worry about your seasoning going heavy. She said, oh, that's a lot of seasoning. I said, yep. I said, it is. It may be a little too much, and I really think it might be a little too much this time around, but we're going to let the good Lord bless it, and He's going to do everything He can to do to make the season right. Now, we've got it all done, got it all rubbed in real good. I like the way everything looks. It does look a little bit much. But one thing about seasoning, 9 times out of 10, a lot of it's going to fall off. That's why we put binders on it. Now what I got here, I got aluminum pans. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one chicken a piece, and I'm going to stick it in this aluminum pan, and I'm going to let it sit. I'm not going to let it sit overnight, or I'm not going to let it sit out here in the open and all that. But what I am going to do, I'm going to let it sit out here in the open for about 20-30 minutes, kind of let that seasoning soak into that meat a little bit. And whenever I get done doing that, I'm actually going to take it out to our refrigerator that we have outside. We're going to let it sit overnight. Yes, this is something we're doing the night before to prepare a little bit for the big cook tomorrow. So once I get all these chickens out and in the pans, we'll get them outside, and then we'll wait and we will see y'all guys in the morning. What's up, everybody? We're back again. It's the next day. It's a little rainy weather outside, but we're here. We're going to still kick this thing off. We're going to get these chicken smoked. Let's go out here and let's get this chicken out of the refrigerator. The chickens, they set overnight. They look good. To keep up with my seasonings, I went and I wrote on there what's on there. That way I can give certain spices, certain seasonings, certain spices, certain people. Because some people like hot, some people don't. But we're going to kind of play a guessing game with them and let them pick out whichever ones they want. Get these out. They set overnight. They all smell good. Yeah, don't nobody harp on my refrigerator too bad. It's literally just a refrigerator to store meat and drinks in. So it's an outdoor refrigerator. You get what you get. And the reason I'm getting these out just a couple minutes earlier before I put them on the smoker, what I'm trying to do is bring the temp back up on the chicken a little bit. That way you're not putting cold chicken on the in the smoker. Just letting it get not room temp, but just warm it up a little bit. It's about 30-45 minutes before we go set these birds on there. We can go ahead. We got them all out. We've got them sitting. Now I'm gonna take my probes here and I'm gonna stick one in each breast. All I've got is 2. I gotta buy some more. This is just learning, starting out, guys. Just gonna take it. We're gonna slice it straight into that breast a little bit, about halfway through. We're gonna set this this bird on the very bottom rack. I'm gonna come down here to another flavor, voodoo, and I'm gonna set this on the top rack. One on the top, one on the bottom rack. That way we see what our temperature smokers are going to be, because they're going to cook different, because one is closer to the heating element and one is not. So we're just going to see what it does. Walk out here to the smoker. We'll go ahead and get some apple juice flowing. I like to use apple juice because it just gives out a good, nice flavor. Everybody's accustomed to apple juice. Everybody kind of knows, and all it is just going to keep this chicken moist. As you can see, we've already got some smoke rolling pretty good. We're just going to pour it down here into my pan. It's already nice and hot. I've already had my smoker going for a little bit, just to kind of get the heats up in here already. Because as soon as I open my door, it releases all kind of heat. It was up to 275, now it's back down to 260. So I kind of try to get everything prepared ahead of time whenever I'm doing this. And I got my probe monitor right here. Whenever I get the chickens in there, I just hook them up and I'll let them sit. I'm cooking on a master built. Yes, it's electric. Whenever I lived in the world, I used to smoke on a charcoal wood smoker. It'd take me all day to smoke some meat. Whenever I smoked some meat, all I did, I sat around and I drank. That was my excuse to smoke meat. I could sit around and I could drink. Now, I don't have a reason to drink. I live for the Lord. There's no reason to sit around and smoke meat all day on a wood smoker when I want to sit outside and drink beer. I don't do none of that no more. I went the cheaper, easier way out. Maybe not the cheaper, but the easier way out for me. I do not have to monitor this all day long. I literally come in, it's plugged up, put my meat on. I got my time and my temp set. I come back about every 30-45 minutes and I put in some wood chips. Today we're going to be smoking with apple wood chips. I do that and I come back and I literally don't even have to open this door. I can look right here and it's all monitored the entire time. Look up, wait till it gets to 165. That's what we kind of like to let our chicken do. Get up to the internal temp, then we let it sit for about 30-45 minutes and then we eat and we serve. So I'll be back with y'all in a minute whenever we get this chicken on. So I got my temperature set up. It's set at the 363 right now. What we're going to do, we're going to go ahead, we're going to throw our wood chips in. And the way I do that is, I got a little side over here on my smoker. I just take this right here. I'll pull out a handful of chips. And I just kind of throw it on there. It ain't got to be all nice and pretty right now because we're going to use this more than 1 or 2 times a day. We can come back and clean up our mess. Slide the wood chips back in with a little bit of finesse. It can be aggravating. And it's very hot. Take it, rotate it down. All right, it's locked in there. Now we're going to get these birds on. This is the voodoo we got going in first. We're going to set it on the very bottom rack. All right, now we got the jerk going on the middle rack. What you think, Baker man?
I had so much fun at the campfire last night. I had so much fun.
All right, now we got the Danos going on. That's the last one. We have the meat probe at the very top. Now, as you can see, I got 4 staging racks for cooking right there that I can do on. I didn't put any up there. We're going to try these out. We're going to see how it works. We can always come back and add more in the future. Well, you grab them probes and just pick them up. We're going to shut the door in it. All right, got them cooked. All right, we're back. I had to go in and wash my hands real quick. Just that little bit of time, as you can tell, going up from 260 down to 211. Just that little bit of time of leaving that door open. So you always want to hurry up, shut your door, get your food and all that in there real good. I'm going to come back and I'm going to wipe this off where I had to touch it with the raw chicken. Just because you do not want to spray it salmonella. It is bad. It is nasty. I do want to come back and check my probes though real quick to see which ones I need to plug into my probe 1 and probe 2. I'm going to plug in probe 1 up top, which is going to be my Danos, and then my Voodoo on the bottom. Temperature set to 165. I'll plug probe 1 in. It is 59 degrees right now. So probe 2 is set to 57 degrees. Now all the thing we're going to do now, we're going to sit back, we're going to wait. We're going to let all that apple juices flow all the way up through this chamber. Smoke that meat, keep it good and nice and moist. I'm going to come back about 30-45 minutes. I'm going to add some more wood chips. I got a spray bottle in there with some apple juice in it. We're going to come back, keep it spritzed up, keep that skin nice and moist. I don't really like a crispy skin whenever I'm grilling because it just seems like you take that skin and it hardens up and that flavor doesn't seem to soak into the skin as well to me. So I like a more moist skin. So I like to keep my chicken pretty wet. My smokestack here, I've got it kind of halfway closed off. That way the maximum amount of smoke will stay in the chamber itself. I can open it all the way up and it lets some more smoke out. I'm a real smoky person. I love the taste of smoke. So I do it about halfway, 3/4 of the way back. I've got my timer set for 4 hours. Just because you don't never know what may happen. I like to give myself plenty of time. I am going to be around the house all day today. It's nasty weather, so I can't be outside enjoying my yard with my kids. And also, we're going to go inside, and we're going to enjoy fellowship with one another. And I want to thank my cameraman, Drake. He showed up to help me out with this at the same time. My wife, she's in there. She ran it for me a little bit yesterday. I just want to thank everyone that's always had a participation in this. It's going to give us a like, follow, and share throughout this coming event and adventure. We'll be back in about 3.5, 4 hours. All right, guys, it's been a little bit. We're shooting for 165. We're at 156 and 147 right now. We'll open it up. We're going to get some apple juice spritzed on it. I always love that feeling. Chickens look good. They got some good color on them. Like I said, it's been a little bit. We're going to start spritzing. Suck down real good. Shoot it all the way back there at the back. Man, them things are looking good. Got plenty of grease dripping down in our drip pan and in our apple juice bowl. Man, them things look good. Alright, let's get it closed back up. We're going to get some more wood on it right here too. Get our wood chips back in. Let's give it a little turn and get about right back to smoking. Alright guys, as you can see, the temp's back up to 165. That means all the birds are done, top and bottom. Top cooked a little bit slower than the bottom, but I went ahead and let it rest anyway to make sure it's 165. It stays good and everything's cooked all the way through. I'm going to silence these alarms. We're going to open up this smoker and we're going to get it going. What y'all reckon? Got the kids out here, you know, it's a family thing. You got to do it all together all the time. They hanging out. Oakland and Baker acting crazy. Birds look good. We're gonna get them out. We're gonna get them in the pans. First up, we got the Danos. They look good. They good and brown. So they good and juicy. Oh, juice coming out of that one. Get it set down in the pan. Voodoos, they should be good and done. They was in the middle. A little bit darker. They got that season's a little bit darker, so still a good looking bird though. Juice running out of it. No, this is the jerk. I'm sorry. You got to be careful with this so that thigh don't fall off. And now we got the Voodoo, the very last ones. I got to be careful with this because of my rack. You can see the juice is coming out of it. Still good and wet and tender. All the juices stayed in. So all in all, I'm going to call that a good cook all the way through. From top to the bottom. They all 165. They all look good. What y'all kiddos think? Good looking birds? Good looking chicken? Quit, Bubba.
Whoa, that's nasty.
That's good eating, boy.
Well, that's nasty. It's chicken. That's nasty.
We don't pay the kids no mind sometimes, so we're going to take a little bit just to make it look a little bit wetter. We're going to take some apple juice. Keep it kind of moist. Keep it sweated. Keep it on there real good. Make it look good.
I did not like apple juice. Sometimes I do, but no one is spoiled on that.
All in all, that's a good cook. That's good 6 birds cooked. It took about 3.5 to 4 hours what it took to get the temperature up to 165. We're going to take these birds. We're going to let them sit for about 20-30 minutes. We're going to go ahead and wrap them, get them shoved in the oven, and we're going to deliver them to these families. Just want to thank everyone for tuning in. If y'all will, please like, share, and subscribe. And y'all pray for us along this adventure. Be with us as we go through this and we learn this process. We love y'all. We thank y'all and stay blessed.